Welcome to the Loyola University's satellite campus in Spring Lake, Michigan, and to today's commencement for the class of 2020. Graduates, faculty, friends, parents, relatives, undergraduates, two felines, uninvited Zoom attendees who have broken the password, and creepy social media urchins who have nothing better to do. Congratulations to the Loyola class of 2020. My name is Jim McGannon, and I am the co-commencement speaker today. I will introduce my co-speaker after my address. Full disclosure, while I have many important things to discuss today, our audience should know that I am in fact the father of our primary graduate, Elise McGannon. Any words of wisdom I may impart, any snappy phrases of significance, any meaningful expression of advice must all take a back seat to the love and admiration I have for my oldest daughter. I love you, Elise. I would like to begin with a brief biography of our honored graduate. Elise was born in Connecticut, my home state. She spent only 18 months there before we moved to Michigan, which is her beloved place of upbringing. Her early years set the tone for the type of person she was to become, and is so gracefully today. Her energy and exuberance were evident from the very beginning. As a child, she was engaged and curious and interested in everything that was before her. She asked a million questions, her inquisitiveness a clear indication of her intelligence. Just 2 days ago, she and her sister were describing for me those creative games they had made up as children, games they invented, characters they brought to life. These games were called Jobs, Poor, House, Mermaids, and my favorite, Old Man Jenkins. Imagine the impact and intelligence required for children's games like these to be recounted so clearly 10 to 15 years later as if they were played yesterday. Wow. This sense of creativity and flair was everywhere in the house. Her art, her writing, her characters could be found in every nook and cranny. She was, and still is, a vociferous reader, always looking to improve herself, always striving to learn more. This love of learning cascaded naturally into her schoolwork. She was essentially a straight-A student, and I am happy to announce today that Elise McGannon was not only a National Honor Student and scholar in high school, but will graduate from Loyola, arguably one of the finest universities in the country, a Dean's List student all 4 years with the honor in the category of magna cum laude. Many of you watching and those of us in attendance have sat through commencement speeches before. Weighty topics such as your lives ahead, the human heart, and your place in the cosmos have generally put us all to sleep. I'm going to try something different, to the point, brief, quick, but I think hard-hitting. With no argument, the class of 2020 is by nature different, unique, first in line, because you are indeed the first graduating class to have to deal with essentially the shutdown of our society. It does not matter in the least what side of the spectrum you reside, which channel you watch, or who you listen to or believe. What truly matters is who you are as a person, your impact on the lives of others, and what you're going to do in these uncharted waters. What I have to say is in the wind. It's gone. You're listening now. It's in the ether. What then will you do? So here is my profound advice for the class of 2020 and my lovely daughter, Elise. Be kind to others and yourself. Be patient with others and with yourself. Listen well and with sincerity, for even the dull and ignorant have a story to tell. Listen to that story. And understand that happiness is love. Full stop. I'll say that again. Happiness, which we all strive for, is love. Full stop. While platitudes and Shakespearean quotes and beautifully worded opuses from people way smarter than me float about in the ether, imagine the simplicity and strength that happiness really is just about love. Love for yourself and love for others. Because love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not applaud failure, but rejoices our commonalities. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. I love you, Elise, and I'm so proud of you, and so proud to be your father. So I get to hug and kiss you now.
I'm halfway full.
It's okay. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dad. Sir.
Now, let me introduce our co-commencement speaker. I am hopeful I can provide a similar speech when she graduates in 2023. My other lovely daughter, the beloved sister of Elise, Elise McGannon.
Stop. Wrong picture. I'm really nervous. Shaking a little bit. To the graduating class of 2020, friends, family, educators, administration, my dad, Petey, Hattie, and my dear sister Elise. When you first left for your freshman year of college, you wrote me a note. Of course, I kept it, and I found it in my desk drawer. You wrote it to me 4 years ago. Quote, "The thing I'm most grateful for in life is that I got lucky enough to have you as a sister." This note was actually something I would refer back to often when I missed you, which was a lot. In this letter, you gave me the best advice I received about high school, to care less and to stay out late on school nights. Without your words, I am positive my high school experience would have been much less fun. Elise, without you, all of life would be much less fun. You truly do make me laugh louder than anyone else. You've taught me in just 19 years to not give a shit about what anyone thinks. That I have to wear what I want to wear, listen to whatever music I want to listen to, say what I want to say, do what I want to do, and most importantly, do it all when I want to do it. Thank you so much for teaching me such vital lessons well before my time. You, as my older sister, have also been my biggest role model, the person I have always looked up to the most. I'm so grateful that the person I can call my big sister is such a hardworking, determined, intelligent, beautiful, courageous, well-spoken, honest, real woman like you are. You astonish all of us, your family, friends, professors, everybody, with how much you are capable of. Your success in academics, juggling many jobs, RAing, impressive internships, and doing so much more, all while maintaining and developing lifelong relationships, falling in love, learning life's toughest lessons, starting your career, and doing one of the bravest things a human being can do, coming out. You've moved back and forth between dorms and apartments. You moved to a brand new city without thinking twice and embracing all that you didn't know. You are certainly one of the most inspirational and incredible human beings I will ever meet in my lifetime. No words or mock graduations or sunset drives or even camping trips or anything at all could ever express how much I admire and love you. I'm so proud of you for graduating after 4 years at Loyola. I wish I had told you this much more before. You have truly made your family the most joyous and proud they could possibly be. Above all else, Elise, you are my best friend. That never changed, even when we were 800 miles away or I hadn't seen you for months at a time. You have always been my best friend, and you always will be. You were my best friend when we shared a room, and I woke up every night to you sobbing over a different book. You were my best friend when I was Old Man Jenkins, when the TV show Goosebumps scared us so bad that we couldn't stay inside the house. When we were mermaids in the lake, for every sunset swim, for every Goodwill trip. You were my best friend in kindergarten when I literally had no other friends, so you would play with me at recess even though you were in the 3rd grade.
Such a loser.
You were my best friend when we had such a big fight I made my own bedroom in the hallway. You were my best friend when we couldn't stop laughing trying to get the wood for a bonfire at DH Day, when we danced to Rich Girl for April's birthday, when we danced in front of the musical fountain on the last day of summer, when we carved pumpkins in New York. You've always been my best friend, and you always will be. I wouldn't have it any other way. Also in the letter you wrote me 4 years ago, you said, "You are such a star. You shine so bright, brighter than anyone." Those words truly stuck with me. You're right, I am a star. But I never would have even started to shine in the first place if I had never had you, Elise. This is corny, and I know I like space a little bit too much, but the sun and the moon relationship sum up your words perfectly. You are the sun, I am the moon. The moon can only shine to light up our own night sky because she reflects the sun's light. Without the sun, we'd have no tides, we'd have no full moons. Without you, I wouldn't have stayed out late on school nights. I wouldn't laugh so loud. I wouldn't have the memories I hold closest to me. And I definitely wouldn't be half as cool as I am now. So a very big congratulations to the class of 2020. There isn't anyone else on earth that Dad and I would put on a mock graduation for. I love you more than you could ever know, sister. Next up, I would like to invite our first guest of honor. Just give me 1 second. Compose yourselves.
Wait. Stop.
Oh, oops.
Wait. No, I'm gonna cry.
Hi.
You better not be.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Hi. What's up, girl?
Hey, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you. I would do anything to be there in person to see you graduating right now, especially in this beautiful cap and gown you're wearing. But I want to let you know I'm so proud of you. Like, seeing you grow over the course of your senior year alone, I wish I could have known you your freshman through junior year, but I'm so thankful I even got to spend senior year knowing you. And I get to continue to know you as you grow post-graduation. But you have done so much for everyone you love. You have helped others grow. You have taught me so much. Just watching you and admiring you and everything you do. Like, I have no idea how you do it all. On top of graduating this year, amidst the chaos that we had to go through, you also juggle a radio show that so many people listen, including me, and you get to express yourself. You babysit kiddos that love and adore you, and you are so good and on top of your classes. Yeah, senioritis is a thing. It's a thing for everyone, but you did it. You did it. You did French.
Oh my
You
God.
learned the language. You did all of it. And I am
Sort of.
so proud of you. And I like just looking at you right now. I see the shock in your eyes. I just want to say I would do anything to see you graduate. I'm so sad I can't physically be there with you right now, but I'm so happy you have this moment. And you deserve all the moments. I can't wait to celebrate with you when we get to be in person. We're gonna have a whole day to celebrate with you. So I just wanted to say congratulations, and I love you so much, and I'm so proud to know you.
Thanks, babe. I love you too. Thanks, babe. Okay, I think
Thanks, Kaylee.
Bye.
I fucking hate you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Kaylee Graziano, for that amazing speech. Next, I would like to invite the next guest.
What the fuck? You guys suck. I swear to God. I swear.
Hi.
No. Hey, girl. I don't even know whose this is. It's blue.
It's the best I could do.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, bitch. Wish you were here.
I know. I wish we could celebrate together.
We will
But we
eventually.
are virtually.
Yeah, over the interwebs.
fire and nothing makes sense. At least I graduated college.
Exactly. I passed French. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
I
cover the
did. I
speaker
kind
with
of
your
passed
finger.
it. I was covering the speaker.
Oh.
I fucking missed you.
I know, I miss you too. How was your little ceremony?
It's good. I'm crying because
I know.
Lainey's fucking dumb, but
Oh,
thanks for FaceTiming in.
of course.
Mwah. Tell Hudson I love him.
Celebrating with some yogurt.
Amazing. Love that. Tell Hudson I love him.
I will.
And your dad too.
We should FaceTime for real soon.
Yes, very soon. Like immediately.
I
Okay.
love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Thanks, Liz. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and
One final guess,
I have two more.
or two more.
One of them is not like the rest, but
I'm nervous.
you'll play it whenever you're ready.
What can I say? I want to say congratulations. It's been a long but short 4 years, and I'm so incredibly proud of you. And I just want to say thank you for letting me become a better person because of you. You've changed my life, and I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for you. And I'm so excited to see what amazing, beautiful things you do in the future. I love you.
Dummy.
Wow.
Okay. Now, one last guest speaker. No promises on this one.
Oh my god. Thank you.
I don't know if FaceTime works.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute.
I don't really think it does.
No.
Figures.
Yeah.
Is it loud?
No.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey,
he's
Oh
Elise.
my god.
Hey,
Hey.
congratulations.
Thanks.
What are you guys doing?
A fake graduation.
Showing me.
Simulated graduation?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Lainey's the dean?
Dad was the commencement speaker.
Oh,
Is this?
He's got my robe from high school.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's right, I
yours?
do.
Is this blue one yours?
No.
No,
Oh.
I got that from someone in town.
Dad found it from someone.
Yeah, maybe it's Fruitport or something.
Yeah.
Playing golf with, this is my buddy Brandon. We play golf like every day.
Congratulations. Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys, well, you can't go out to dinner, but
Yeah, I don't know what.
it's just that there's like no way you can celebrate right now.
Yeah. It's okay though.
Hello.
They're doing this for me. You're going.
Are they
Thanks.
gonna reschedule your like commencement when you walk and stuff?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in August, so hopefully it will.
Nice. I'll still come to that.
Cool.
So are you like done with your last class?
Yeah, this week is my finals week,
That's
and then
awesome.
I'm done.
I always figured you'd finish college like a year behind me instead of 3, even though I'm 3 years older than you.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I didn't.
do it.
It's
I
a,
didn't do it in 2 years.
everybody's on their own path. Your journey is valid. I was still very proud of you, no matter how long it took.
Super proud of you too.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Henry.
Thank you.
Alright, bye guys.
Okay. Now, we would like to give the students their diplomas. If James McGannon would please join me on stage. Hello.
Wait.
Hello. Elise Perry McGannon.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Did it.
Well, yeah, right. So,
Now we would like to commence the traditional hat toss. Congratulations to the class of 2020. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm not connected to the speaker anymore. Wait.
This is on video.
Keep going. Oh.
You can't get that on speaker?
No, I did one. Wait. Yes, Jim! Oh my God, go for it! Yeah, look at him go! He's going! Wow, you guys are so fucking stupid.